Hi lovelies, welcome to the channel. How are we all? So today I've got a YouTube hop for you. Now if you caught the video back in December, I was involved in a YouTube hop with a group of Aussie girls and we did a Christmas theme. Well, we decided to stick together and do a few more throughout the year, and this is our first for 2017. It is a summer themed YouTube hop, and my video is at the top of the list. So what will happen is, if you look in the description below, you'll see a link to another YouTube channel, and that will take you to the next video in the hop, and then in that description you'll find a link to the next video, and then you follow all the links and follow all the videos until you get right back here where you started. So lots of fun ahead, lots of awesome videos with the fantastic theme of summer. So I decided to do a Project Life spread, and I have lots of photos from summer. Living, here on the lovely Gold Coast, it's been pretty hot, especially this past month. We're in the middle of a lovely heat wave, and yeah, we spent a lot of time in the pool. And we also had a waterproof camera over Christmas, which was a lot of fun. So I decided to document some of these photos in our 2016 Project Life album. So what I'm using here is a packet of collectibles and some cards that I actually got from the Reject Shop, which is an Australian dollar shop. I'm pretty sure it's an only Australian. And yeah, they have every now and then they get some awesome collections in, and this one was perfect for summer. It's more of like an aloha tropical type theme, but there were some really good ones in here that I found, and this is pretty much all I use for this spread. So it was a lot of fun to put together. So after I put my photos down, I go through the cards and pick out the cards that I want. I couldn't find a 4x6 card that I liked, so later in the video I will go through the Heidi Swapp Picturesque edition and get one out for my title card. And then I'm just going through the collectibles and just placing pieces on photos that I think will work. Now this photo down the bottom is all of us in our lovely cheesy selfie. So there was a speech bubble that said smile, and this is a good example of you don't always have to use your embellishments as they are. So I cut this down to a banner and stuck it on, and then went through my tiny word stickers, or this sheet here, and looked for the word selfie, because this was a lovely selfie. I really think there has to be a company that focuses more on the word selfie, because we use it so often, and every time I try and find it to put on a picture of us with a selfie, taking a selfie, I can never find just a sticker or a stamp or an embellishment that says selfie. So if anyone knows any, hook me up. Leave me a comment below and let me know where I can find something, a stamp or a sticker set or something that has the word selfie in it. That would really help me out. So if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you will remember that I don't just work on one photo and move to the next and the next in any sense of an order at all. I jump from one to the other constantly. So as you can see, I started with the bottom, and then later on I'll go back and add some bling to that, and just as I see things, I pick them up and put them where I think I like them, and then if I see something else, I'll go back to that photo as well. I'm a pretty chaotic scrapper. I'm pretty chaotic in just about everything I do, but definitely on my scrap desk. So I do jump from one photo to the next quite often, and then jump back. But if you stick with it long enough, you get used to my system. See, this is a good example. I've cut the journaling strips for that photo down the bottom of Will looking through his floaty, but then I'm jumping up to my Splish Splash filler card. Yeah, I'm always all over the place. But I was quite happy with how this layout came together. When I got all this out, I thought this will work, and then I'm going through it and I couldn't really see much I could use, but then all of a sudden the pieces just started falling into place, and this come together really well. And I was really happy. I used the cards and the ephemera and then some of my bling, and that was all I needed to get this spread done. So it's really cool like that, and it's a good way to use up your stash. Get a few things out that you think will go, and just make yourself work from them. I have a whole bunch of stuff on my desk as well from past kits and things that I try and keep within arm's reach, because I find I very rarely leave my desk once I start scrapping. I do work from what's on my desk. So the best way to make sure you use up your stash is to get it out before you start, put it within arm's reach, and then work from there. So I'm just going to rearrange my cards. I do that a lot. You find that I do straighten and neaten up my cards a lot. I don't know why, it's just a habit I have. And then working on, I end up having, no I don't have 2 filler cards because I put journaling on the flower one. So this ends up just being a filler card, which is kind of perfect because it says Splish Splash and we're in the pool. And I've just added an arrow and just a little word thingy and then adding some bling and some enamel dots. Oh, and then I'm going to add some blue splatters to it because you can't have a card that says Splish Splash without splatters on it. I just thought it had to be on there. So I go and get an old Project Life mini kit box that I use to do all my misting and splatters, just to stop it from going everywhere because I am like the messiest scrapper you'll ever meet. And yet, even though with the box, I still managed to get it on the photo of Will down the bottom, but it's not that noticeable, so I just go with it. So onto my, what will be my journaling card. Now I love this big beautiful flower here. It just, even though it's a very busy card, I just wanted to put something on there. So this flower, I thought, why not? When else am I going to use it? And even though it's a busy background, it still works for me. See, now back to that photo of Will where I'm just going to fill in those strips with my journaling. It's one of my favourite ways to journal on a photo. Cut some strips and then journal on the strips. Now with a underwater camera, I don't know if you've had one before, it is very hard to judge distances underwater when you're just snapping away. It's hard to see underwater. So there's a lot of random photos with lots of empty space, and like these 2 photos of my boys under the water. But it's really good in your albums and scrapbooking and Project Life because it's a really good place to embellish. It gives you all this space to add some journaling or embellishing or something like that, which is what I've done with both of these photos. So I'm going to finish this off with some bling and some enamel dots, and then I'm going to move on to my title card. Like I was saying, I go through my Project Life cards, specifically the Heidi Swap Picturesque edition, and I find a card that I like. I actually pick out a few cards that I think might go, and then I choose my favourite, which ends up being this awesome, really light wood grain. So from the very beginning I picked out this sunshine because I thought, you know, fun in the sunshine or something. I thought I could use it for my title. And then as I'm looking at my desk, I see this relax and I thought, well, let's just use both. So I end up using relax in the sunshine. But as I'm putting it together, I think, we can put something else there. And I see off to my right an awesome palm tree. And so before this all dries, I quickly lift up the side and stick it down. And then I go through the rest of it and find an awesome flower to put on the other side. So this came together really quickly, and it was more of an afterthought, seeing things and thinking, oh, that'll work, and quickly sticking them down. This is one of my favourite title cards, actually. My title cards are either a hit or a miss. Either I love them or I'm not too happy with them. I don't want to say the word hate, but I either love them or, you know, they don't work out as planned. This one, in this case, worked out great. I really loved it. So I was really happy with how this turned out, and it just suits the layout perfectly. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to use my Kaisercraft Tiny Word alphabet and put in there, and that's going to be my title card. And then after this, I'm going to move on to my last card, and that will be my journaling card. And to do this, I'm going to cut up more strips of paper and journal on the strips and then glue them down. It is without a doubt my favourite way to put journaling on a layout. Now I do use my handwriting. At the moment I don't have a typewriter. I'm working on it. I really want to get one, and I haven't been able to find one just yet, but I really would like the new We Are Memory Keepers one, but it's a bit out of my budget. It's pretty pricey, even though I would adore having that in my scrap room. But anyway, so I don't have a typewriter, so I use my handwriting, well, obviously. But it's also good to include your handwriting on your layouts. I think so. I think it's good, you know, for my kids one day to look back and see that, you know, that's my handwriting. I have a sample of my mum's handwriting from a birthday card she sent me. And for Christmas for my sisters last year, I was able to trace that with my Cameo and print out a shadow box frame with sunflowers and a phrase that said love always mum on there, which was, you know, it's very special to me. So it's always a good idea to include your handwriting in one way or another for, you know, future generations and especially your kids. So that's something I've learnt. But and also, yeah, it's good to just include it. Sometimes I do use my printer and I fake the typewriting element. I use the typewriter font on my computer, print it out, cut it into strips and attach it the same way I do this. I'm out of ink at the moment, so that's why I'm not doing that. But it is also a lot quicker just to grab my favourite Sharpie pen and write my journaling down, which is what I do in this case. So once I'm done with this and just attach it all down, that's going to be it for my layout. So I hope you've enjoyed the spread. I sure enjoyed making it. I really need to get stuck into my project life. How is it possible that in just 6 or 8 weeks I'm already behind? But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow that link through to the next video on our hop, and then follow all the links around until you end up right back here where you started, and check out all the talented girls that are in the hop. So yeah, the link is in the description below. So enjoy the videos. I know I'll be checking them all out as well. And thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.